giggling inside because this is a video that has been highly requested by you. So our pantry system behind me is featured in our dinner vlogs. Just while we're vlogging or cooking dinner, we post dinner vlogs every week, and you guys have reached out to us and said, hey, we seriously want to know what is in your pantry and how you have hooked that all up. Now, the farmhouse, everybody loves the farmhouse style. It's one of my favorites too, and so I incorporated that into the design of our pantry, but it really was because I used what we had. So we moved to a brand new house a while back ago, and we love it. We love this house. The problem was when we were picking it out and trying to decide if this was the right house for our family, we realized it didn't have a pantry, and that was like my panic moment, like what am I gonna do without my pantry? The house we just moved from had a huge pantry, about the size of what we're using now. And so to not have a pantry was like, but there were things we had to give up. We've got 5 bedrooms in this house, and it's amazing. And we have a family room, and there's no TV in my main living room. And so I will give a tour, you guys. I will film a tour when my house is cleaned up and looking nice. I will film my house tour. But anyway, so there was a freak out moment. Like, what are we going to do without a pantry? So it was purely born out of exhaustion, because when you're moving, it's so tiring to even like be able to think about things. So when we moved, we had 2 of these bookcases already. They were the tallest item that we moved with bookshelves, and without a pantry, it caught those two bookcases caught all of our pantry stuff, and then some. But we use these 2 bookcases, 2 of the white ones, in our last house as actual bookcases, and then we just made it work. So my husband was going to build me this beautiful, gorgeous pantry with sliding barn doors on it, and he is such a doll, and he got so busy that he couldn't do it. And after a couple months, I couldn't stand our stuff sitting on the pantry shelf for God and everybody to be able to see. Guests coming over, having people over for dinner, and they're staring at like my flour and sugar and pasta and whatever. It just wasn't, I couldn't do it anymore. Our little 4-year-old, she's like, Mama, when are you going to cover up our food? Because she was like, it just needs to be done. So we were scratching our head of what to do on a budget, because we're on a serious budget, you guys, and it needed to be something inexpensive. We thought it would be temporary. We thought the system would be temporary, but I actually love it so much. I think I'm going to pass to my husband building me that cabinet, and we're just going to roll with this because I do enjoy it. So I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to show you guys my kitchen, what I'm working with. I love my kitchen so much. And then I'll show you my pantry area. Okay, so here is my kitchen. It is super simple. It's pretty much just this only, but I love it. This is my favorite kitchen I have ever had, and I just love it so much. It's just the perfect size. Nothing is too far out of reach. We can, as a family, all be in here. The girls love to sit on the island while we're cooking and they do homework, or it's just perfect. We love it. So we really had to not let the pantry get to us, and so this is what we came up with, guys. Now, we had 2 of those 3 cabinets already. There was room left, so there's vaulted ceilings in here, and I needed to fill that whole wall. It would drive me crazy if I didn't fill that whole wall. So we did. We pushed the bookshelves all the way down, and then I had a couple crates, and I did not buy that dry erase board, guys. I found the frame, I purchased it, and then my husband put appliance, I think it was appliance, he's not here, otherwise I'd ask him, like appliance lining, I don't know what it is. Anyway, and he stapled it to the back, but it was at Home Depot. It makes the perfect dry erase board. We actually used it years ago when we were homeschooling. So anyway, here it is. I love it so much. My hubby made my table. Chairs are from Fred Meyer. We live in the Northwest. We live in Oregon, so we have a Fred Meyer. I bought that white chair. I'm just crazy in love with that white chair. at a junk kind of refunk thing a couple years ago. So here we go. There is a focus. We are on the pantry. These bookshelves I purchased at IKEA. We had 2 from the previous house. We only had to buy 1 more because of our stuff. We filled up the 2 and we were like, that's just not really enough space. So we go grocery shopping every 2 weeks. I needed a good sized pantry. Anyway, so, okay, so the curtains, I will link these down below to you guys. So you can just click on it and be able to purchase if you want to. You can use any bookshelf. It's just these curtains are 72 inches and they lined up perfectly with the bookshelf. So if I had gone, I kind of was stuck leaving the top open. I didn't have a choice because the curtains were short or too long if I went with the next size. And so I just didn't want that. It works perfectly well. It's enough for me to clean, to like sweep underneath, so it just skims the floor. These are just very inexpensive curtains. I don't remember how much I paid for them, but I love them. They wash up really, really well. When the kids get in the pantry with dirty hands, it doesn't show terribly much. So here we go. Let's just show you. I'm gonna open it up. I kind of don't want to because it's not gonna get pretty, but let me open it up and then I'll stand back and you guys can check it out. So it's really great when we go grocery shopping and we come home and we're putting all of our groceries out, and we can just kind of, when we're meal planning and also when we're putting groceries away, we just open it like that and then we close it when we're done. So it's super, super simple. I'm not gonna go over like every detail, but I will say my favorite way to store is mason jars, you know, for all your dried goods. It just seems to be the easiest. I cook a lot. We love Damarl, you guys. We invested in it, gosh, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. And we cook a lot in our recipes with our muffin tins. And so these little molds are silicone and glass. They're really, really nice. So you have to take care of them. So I just put them up here. I got this container at Michael's, this little crate. I love Michael's. And throw those up there because we use them frequently. These are cute and waiting for something to be put in them. This is our coconut oil, refined and non-refined. We use it all the time. So I'm in here a lot. So I just put that on top. Pretty little flowers. And then up here I have spare paper napkins, okay? So it's easy to access. And over here we just have, I had this pretty, but my girls put away my groceries. And so it doesn't always look pretty. But anyway, I have all my canned goods. These are just dollar store. These fit on the bookshelf perfectly, and I had these when we moved. So these are just dollar store, the big bins, and I corral all my stuff in there, and you'll see in here I use them a lot. And so things we don't use very often, that's kids' craft stuff down the bottom with the glue, because what kid doesn't love to make that slime? We are slimy parents too. We let our kids do that. So let me stand back, guys. Let me stand back so I can get this better. Okay, so then my canned food kind of goes down there. My bulky appliances with the blender, our picnic items, and some leftover brown sugar. Also our tray that we cook stuff on. What is that? What is that, guys? I cannot think of the name of it. And then down here is where we have the kids' pins for the dry erase board. I hide them down here. Paper plates, because some nights we just do that. And then lunch sacks, brown, and then grocery bags are right here. And then I concealed our Costco box. I just pull our garbage sacks out of the box and then put it in that cute little thing. And then we have our picnic utensils. I try to keep it simple so that we can just grab and go. Simple systems work the best with kids. And then this is their snack bin. So this is how I function and put all their stuff into one bin. They actually are really, really good at it. Here's our bread in another bin. It just doesn't stay as pretty as I want it to, but while you're raising kids, our pantry isn't gonna, you're gonna have open boxes like that. And then I just took, to store this, I just took my jars and I used my label maker so that I know what everything is for, and our canned goods. And honestly, guys, we're able to store everything in this system, in this pantry, with nothing in the garage. So it's really cool because it helps to show you what you have in stock right now and, you know, what you don't. So it really does help when you're going grocery shopping and you're like, I wonder what I've got. It's just a way that's visible. I think it's because the shelves are shallow. They're not too deep. We've had deep pantries and it's really hard if you do have a deep pantry because the stuff kind of just falls to the back. So that is my pantry system, you guys. It's such a thrill to be able to share this with you because it's something that I despised so much in the beginning and now I love it and I can't even imagine not having it. So that is my pantry system. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Are you happy with your pantry? Do you have something to brag about? Is there even just a storage system that you use that can change somebody's life, like those dollar store baskets? You know, just something super, super simple that makes it kind of a less stress-free zone. And if your pantry stresses you out, this is my challenge. Now, no longer can you say I don't have room for a pantry because you can take a wall and you can put up a few bookshelves and girl, you can just make yourself a pantry. So that is it. I hope you loved it.